Welcome to Immigration Info, your ultimate hub for all things immigration. Looking for visa tips, country guides, and the latest immigration updates? You're in the right place. Subscribe for expert insights and join our global community today.
The White House is finalizing plans for a U.S.-Mexico border clampdown that would shut off asylum requests and automatically deny entrance to migrants once the number of people encountered by American border officials exceeded a new daily threshold, with President Joe Biden expected to sign an executive order as early as Tuesday, according to 4 people familiar with the matter. The president has been weighing additional executive action since the collapse of a bipartisan border bill earlier this year. The number of illegal crossings at the U.S.-Mexico border has declined for months, partly because of a stepped-up effort by Mexico. Still, immigration remains a top concern heading into the U.S. presidential election in November, and Republicans are eager to hammer Biden on the issue. The Democratic administration's effort would aim to head off any potential spike in crossings that could occur later in the year as the fall election draws closer. When the weather cools and numbers tend to rise, 2 of the people said. They were not authorized to speak publicly about the ongoing discussions and spoke to the Associated Press on condition of anonymity. The move would allow Biden, whose administration has taken smaller steps in recent weeks to discourage migration and speed up asylum processing, to say he has done all he can do to control the border numbers without help from Congress. The talks were still fluid, and the people stressed that no final decisions had been made. The restrictions being considered are an aggressive attempt to ease the nation's overwhelmed asylum system, along with a new effort to speed up the cases of migrants already in America, and another meant to quicken processing for migrants with criminal records or those who would otherwise be eventually deemed ineligible for asylum in the United States. The people told the AP that the administration was weighing some of the policies directly from a stalled bipartisan Senate border deal, including capping the number of encounters at an average of 4,000 per day over a week, and whether that limit would include asylum seekers coming to the border with appointments through U.S. Customs and Border Protection CBP One app. Right now, there are roughly 1,450 such appointments per day. 2 of the people said one option is that migrants who arrive after the border reaches a certain threshold could be removed automatically in a process like deportation and would not be able to return easily. Migrants were able to more easily return to the border if they were expelled under the pandemic-era policy known as Title 42. Under that arrangement, Mexico agreed to take back some non-Mexican nationalities, including migrants from Guatemala, Honduras, and El Salvador. Migrants, especially families, claiming asylum at the southern border are generally released into the United States to wait out their cases. But there are more than 2 million pending immigration court cases, and some people wait years for a court date while they live in limbo in the U.S. Anyone can ask for asylum regardless of whether they arrived illegally at the border, but U.S. officials are increasingly pushing migrants to make appointments, use a legal pathway that avoids the costly and dangerous journey, or stay where they are and apply through outposts in Colombia, Guatemala, and Costa Rica. The Biden administration has grown ever more conservative on border issues as the president faces ceaseless criticism from Republicans, and there are large numbers of migrants crossing into the U.S. from Mexico who are not easily returned, especially as global displacement grows from war, climate change, and more.